For my syrup, I have a cup of blueberries in here. Then I have a mixture of maple syrup and light pancake syrup. So I'm gonna put that on there. And it looks foamy because I sprayed it with a little bit of Pam so that it wouldn't stick too much, which it really didn't. So I'm looking at that. Then I'm going to turn the heat on to medium. I want to let this simmer for a little bit, and then I'll be back once it starts to bubble. Now I'm going to make my pancakes. So we're back. The berries have cooked up, and what we want to see is this rowdy boil right here. This is when it starts to release the juice from the blueberries, and it becomes this nice purple color. Take it off the heat and shake it up a bit. Turn off the heat. We're ready to make our pancakes. In this bowl we have a teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of sugar, and our flour blend, which is equal parts, 1/4 cup of almond flour, whole wheat flour, all-purpose flour, and the baking powder goes with that pastry blend. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up. We also have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt here. I'm just gonna mix. Okay, a cup. You can see that, a cup of regular old yellow cornmeal. Put that in, and we'll whisk that in too. These are cornmeal buttermilk pancakes. Next step, in the same bowl, we're going to put in our liquid, which is 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. I actually use buttermilk and some whey liquid I had left over from making homemade ricotta cheese. And I put in 2 egg yolks. I'm sorry, 2 egg whites. Just gonna get that all jigged up. Mix it in a little bit. And what I'm also gonna put in is a couple of teaspoons of my butter bean mix, butter bean blend. And if you look in it, ooh, good lighting. You look into it, it kind of looks like room temperature butter, right? Next step. So here we have our dry ingredients. We have everything mixed up in here. Take our whisk and make sure everything's absolutely mixed. Then we have our wet ingredients in here. And we're just gonna pour that in. And we're just gonna whisk.
Next step. So we have our butter in our pan, and it's starting to melt. And we actually have 2 teaspoons of butter. We're going to use some cooking spray to make sure that it does not stick. Over here we have our batter, and it looks like an insignificant amount, but the majority of it I've already poured into the measuring cup, so we can pour it right into the skillet once it gets nice.
So this is our 2 teaspoons of butter, and I love how butter foams up so much. Creates such an additional surface space. Also spray this with some non-stick cooking spray. Then I'm going to try to do 1/4 cup pancakes. I hope they don't touch, I hope they don't touch, I hope they don't touch. I hate that when you get like the connecting pancakes, the worst. As you can see, my mom always taught me when you start to get the bubbles around the edge of the pancake, it's time to turn them. These are up on medium high. I'm going to turn them down to medium because I want them to be actually done. And I don't want them to burn. I'm going to go ahead and turn. Okay, so I just turned the pancakes, and this is what they look like. This is actually my favorite. And I like this one because it's got like some funkiness. And that one because it's got like freckle spots. So I'm going to keep letting these cook and add more, and I'll show you what the final product looks like. So here is the final product, the cornmeal buttermilk pancakes with the blueberry syrup.